Again, how you doing? All right, so I know a lot of y'all watch P Valley, and we got one of the stars of the show. She about to tap in right now. Here she is, Mrs. M.I. Cricket letter I, humpback, humpback I.
Hey!
Hey, what's going on?
Heard you singing my song. How are
What's going?
you?
I'm good, man. First off, congratulations on all the success.
Oh, thank you so much. I remember telling you before the show had come out that I had good feelings about it. So I
Yo,
think I was right.
you
I'm
was
happy I
definitely right.
was.
Like that show, let me tell you. So I watched. I didn't watch all of it. I watched most of it.
Okay.
I didn't watch the last couple episodes yet, which I'm going to watch. But
Yeah.
when I put up the flyer that me and you was going to be talking, it was like, man, I was like,
Really?
okay. I was like, this show was probably a little. I knew it was big, but it's probably a little bigger than I thought. No, like for real, like it was. People was going crazy. On Facebook, I had like 35 shares of the flyer.
Oh, that's so cool. I
Yeah,
love that. I
and
love
I'm
it.
like, wow. I said, okay. We was when did we talk? In was it June?
It had to be June or early July. It was right before the premiere.
It was right. It was right before the premiere,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you was excited about it. I remember that. You
Yes.
was excited,
Yeah.
and it turned out to be a smash hit show, man. I'm so happy for you because I know that you was excited about it. So
So
salute to you.
excited. And I heard we broke records. We
I can
broke some
believe it.
records on Stars Network.
Mm.
Huge viewership, especially for a show in its first season. Like there's a lot of shows that are popular that build their fan base. Like we just came out the gate, guns blazing.
Yeah.
So I'm just thank all of you guys for watching and being so amazing. I have a couple friends in here. I got Brandy who plays Mercedes. She is
Okay.
in the building.
Well, yeah.
Thank you,
You know what?
Brandy. I have
Tell
Karina.
Mercedes I'm gonna set up an interview with her too. Tell her I'm gonna set up one with her too. That'll be dope too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yo, the show, man. The show was crazy. I watched the first episode when it first came on. I watched it. I think I DM'd you, was like, yo, it's fire. Good job. I was like, okay, this can last. And then y'all got a second season like right away.
Yeah. Yeah, we announced it after after the third episode, but we really got picked up after the second episode, and we just
Yeah.
had to keep it quiet. But it was very, very fast.
Now
So
tell me this. Did you see the series before it came on? Because sometimes people film it and they don't see the actual final uh outcome, like not what a final
yeah,
project.
we saw it. They sent a link to to a few of the people in the cast, and we got to see it like months before it came out. So I was watching it over and over and over again. And I'm
The
like,
whole series?
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So we had gotten it way in advance, and it looked so good. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait till this comes out because people are just gonna love it.
Yo,
And
I mean,
yeah, I'm
I
so
can't
happy.
believe put it like this. Y'all was in Atlanta, what, last week or the week before? Y'all went to Atlanta? Did you go? I know some cast members were in Atlanta.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
well, I got a homie down there who do radio, and he was like, "Yeah, the cast from P Valley's going to be here tonight." I'm like, "For real?"
Really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Wow.
That's what he told me, and I was like, "Yo," I said, "I know one of them." I said, "One of them's from Hartford." He was like, "For real?" He was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Which one?" I was like, "Her name's Shannon, Mississippi." He was like, "Could you get her to come by the station?" I was like, "Okay."
So cool. Yes, I am from Connecticut. I'm from Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, how do it feel? And then I seen you was on like a Revlon box or something for hair or something.
It was Cream of Nature,
Cream of
but it's
Nature.
owned by the same company who owns Revlon. So it's in the same family. But yeah, it was one of
Okay.
my beauty campaigns that I did. Actually, right before we shot P Valley, I did. That was the last photo shoot I did right before we did the pilot. Yeah.
Mm. That's dope. So you just had it moving. Everything was just going your way.
It took a long time. Like, people think that it's an overnight situation, but it took about a decade, over a decade now. So, but things are, you kind of start to gain momentum when you put in enough work. So it feels like things are just happening back to back.
Yeah.
But really, it's just been a decade in the making. You know?
Well, do it feel like a decade though, because you've done some other things.
Yes, I feel every year of it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I remember sleeping in a bus station. I was in a bus station for 17 hours, commuting from Connecticut to New York and getting caught in a snowstorm. And it was like one of the biggest snowstorms in New York, and I'm stuck in this bus station because I just wanted to be in New York so badly, and I was just fighting for, you know, my dreams. I definitely felt every year, every single job I quit because I didn't like to get yelled at, because I'm like, do you know who I am? Oh, you can't yell at me. I'm an actress. I don't need this. So I definitely, no. And I think some of my castmates can attest to that. Like, it doesn't feel like an overnight thing. Like, we put in work.
Your castmates, it seemed like y'all are real cool off camera. It seemed like y'all all get along very, very well.
Yeah.
And it translates onto the show.
Yeah, we hung out so much. Like, all of us hung out when we were off set, which I don't know how we did it because we were so tired. We were working back to back to back. If we weren't at dance rehearsals, we were on set. If we weren't on set, we were doing something else pertaining to the show, like whatever else we needed to be done. And I remember one night we went out to the club, and it was an African club, and everybody was dancing. People was ordering food. You can order fish while you're dancing. And we were all so tired. I fell asleep on, I don't know if it was Nico, who plays Uncle Clifford. I fell asleep on somebody, and I'm just on the couch, like, knocked out. Not drunk or anything. We were just tired. And one of my other castmates fell asleep. Like, everybody was just like, we tried so hard to hang. But yeah, we and camaraderie and all of that, sisterhood, brotherhood, you see it in our country, you know.
Yo, your pole game on stage, is that you up there doing that for real?
Some of it's me and some of it's a double. Okay. So it's up to the viewer to determine who did what. I don't like to give away, like, it takes from the illusion.
Yeah. Let them figure it out. It looked like you was doing it all.
And if you can't tell, then hey.
Then that means y'all did a great job.
She did her job, and I did mine.
So did you have to take pole classes before doing it?
We did. And we were training for, I want to say 10 months. So 5 months prior to filming, and then throughout filming, we were training. But I want to give a shout out to the incredible pole dancers who did double for us. They did an amazing job. Some of these people are award-winning competitive dancers, and it takes years to learn the things that they can do. But that doesn't take away from the fact that we really worked so hard and have many injuries to show for it. Like, you know, me and Brandy and Elarica, who plays Autumn Night, like, we would exchange photos of our black and blues, you know, like, all over our legs. We looked crazy in the summertime because it was bad.
How did you get into character to play a woman being abused?
Yeah, that was hard. It was very, very difficult, and I wanted to do them justice. You know, I didn't want to do it half-heartedly. I really wanted to put my all into that, and really just being honest. I had to play the truth in the situation. I've dealt with situations like that before firsthand, so I get a feel. I know how that feels. And yeah, just being completely truthful and knowing that it's going to touch somebody and it's going to affect someone and hopefully help someone out of that type of situation. And she represents so many people that I know, family members. She represents more people than you know. So it was really important to me to honor those women. And that's what helped me get into character. And I just tapped right in.
When you say you went through it firsthand, you meaning you or somebody you know?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it take you back to that place once you started getting into that?
It did. It did. And it was hard. It's so hard to, especially when you're past that point in your life, yeah. It's very difficult to revisit that. And at times I just felt like, you just feel like you're having flashbacks of a person that you used to be, or a situation that you were, not to that extent. It wasn't completely parallel or identical, yeah. But being in that situation was definitely hard. And it was hard to go home at night and shake the character at times. Yeah. You know, especially there was people on set who, would say to me, "You're telling my story," and get emotional when they're telling me this. They're like, "Keyshawn is me," you know, and that, yeah, it was very, very difficult, but so rewarding when people, someone today told me that they commented that they were in an interracial abusive relationship, just like Sean. There's so many comments and DMs from women who this touched them in such a deep way, you know?
Yeah. So when you read the script and seeing that you had to play that role, you kind of took a special interest in that part?
Yeah, it really touched me. It really touched my heart. And it's one of the most challenging things I ever had to do because it hit so close to home, you know? But I'm just really grateful that I did it, and that people can watch the show and see themselves and be like, I didn't think it was that bad, but I'm seeing someone who represents me, maybe it is that bad, you know? So.
Well, you nailed it.
Thank you.
You nailed it.